What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Les Alex here for Impact. We are on to the finals. That's right, the fourth and final round of tonight's Modern FNM. We've got Matt on Eldrazi Ramp. He is 3-0 against Dan on Breach Song. He is also 3-0. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. This is the last round, so if you're watching on Twitch, let me hear you in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and comment down below what you think about the video and the matchup. We appreciate y'all, though, for hanging out with us. 4 rounds. Fourth and final round, rather. We got 6 teams, so pretty light night for us. It is, of course, Valentine's Day, so that would kind of make sense as to why we got so few people this week, but it's all good. Thank you all, everybody who's playing tonight. And make sure if you're watching, though, you hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. Here comes a Karn, and we are off to the races. Karn is going to make things pretty tricky here for Dan. Can't activate that grinding station with Karn on the battlefield, so we'll see if Dan has an out to it. If not, this is going to be a long game for Dan. That being said, Dan does have Song, so might be able to play out of this. There's going to be Tormod's Crypt also, so Tormod's Crypt going to be a huge tool here. Even if Dan can deal with the Karn. Tormod's Crypt is quite pesky as well. Let's see how Dan wants to proceed with this turn. Gonna play Stomping Ground tapped. I thought he was putting that Stomping Ground tapped at a 45-degree angle like they do on Arena. I was about to lose my mind. Oh, looks like we got a... Matt's got a fan in the chat saying, let's go, Matt. There's the Stone Brain. That's pretty good. Stone Brain gonna get popped. Yeah, it's only your opponents. I don't have audio of the players, so I don't know what he actually chose. Well, Dan's hand's pretty good. Unfortunately, he just doesn't have access right now to be able to activate. Underworld Breach seems like a good take here. But yeah, Dan can't activate his artifacts, so that's going to be pretty rough. And Matt's going to get to search through the deck here to see exactly what the win condition is. He has a Grape Shot. So that is seemingly the game 1 idea. Dan gonna shuffle up. Matt in the finals again. Last time we streamed, I believe Matt won. So, shout out to Matt. Real good player. So, Engineer Explosives, potentially an option to get rid of the Tormod's Crypt. But now, how do we navigate this? I'm sure that's exactly what Dan's asking himself under the immense weight of all of this hate that Matt is bringing to the table. I don't know how many grape shots are in his deck. I don't have deck lists. It's Friday Night Magic. We do not ask for deck lists. Engineered explosives won't even work now that I think about it because of Karn. This would probably be a song of creation, I would imagine. Yep, there's Song. There's Mox Opal. Gets to draw 2 cards. Rumble in the Jungle. One of the cards drawn. Gonna use Engineered Explosives. Draw 2 cards. Oh man, this is rough. Rough waters here that Dan is traversing. Can't activate the Pentac Prism either. He would be ready to roll if it weren't for this Karn here. I think he might be trying to decide whether he might want to counter it. Yeah. So counter it. He might want to counter the counter. Yeah. Draw 2 more. Is this all for nothing, though? Pact of Negation. Maybe Dan played a second land. That might be what we're talking about here. Thinking that's probably what Matt is talking about. I don't know, chat. Did he? Don't see where he's going with this line. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he's probably just... And Dan's going to call it. That's going to be a win for Matt. So Matt going to take it. Alrighty, so let's kick it back to the sideboard. It's late in the day, guys. I'm kind of slouched back in my chair. That was rough. That was really rough. Matt had all of the hate. The Karn, the Stone Brain, and the Tormod's Crypt. That was really rough. Yeah, GG's for sure. But sideboards are here for a reason, so I'm sure Dan will be bringing in some anti-Karn hate and some ways to play around. Maybe not be so heavy on the graveyard shenanigans. And of course, Matt probably going to bring in a lot of graveyard hate, I'd imagine. And probably some artifact hate. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. We do appreciate it. Make sure to hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. Seriously, guys, we are a local business. We've only been around for about a year, so it would mean the world to us if you hit up our website, impactgamingcenter.gg. We've got tens of thousands of Magic the Gathering cards and a lot of high-end stuff. Ton of high-end stuff. Basically, I'd imagine almost every single card played in this video, we have at least one copy of, if not probably more. So if you're wanting to build one of these decks, head on over to impactgamingcenter.gg, pick up some singles, support a small business, and get some quality Magic the Gathering cards. All right, let's kick it back downstairs. Here we go. Game 2. Round 4. Both players are 3-0. Matt trying to go undefeated again. Dan, also a very, very competent player. It's going to be a fun one to watch. See what transpires here. Anybody do anything fun for Valentine's Day? Let me know. Alrighty, let's see. Yeah, worked. Me too, bro. Alrighty, here we go. Remember Matt Mulligan to 5 that game. Just was able to shove out an early Karn, and that was all she wrote, basically. Matt's gonna mulligan. All right, as Matt starts to draw his mulligan hand. Gonna mulligan again. Back down to 5. Second game in a row. Not where you want to be mulligan to 5 in the finals. Was able to win last game. Dan will be on the play, though, so we'll see if that changes anything. I'm sure it probably will. But Matt has a game to give, so being on the play in game 3 is never really a bad thing. But if Matt can have it his way, he won't need to go to a game 3. All right, hopefully we get a good 5-er here. This is the worst part about live paper Magic. Commentating live paper Magic, that is. Talking through the mulligans. No way! Okay, he's going to keep. Thought he was about to go to 4. All right. Thundering Falls. Gonna put a stomping ground into the bin. Pass back to Matt. Matt's gonna play Forest. Utopia Sprawl. Pass back. Dan's gonna draw Pact Negation. Commercial District Surveil. Thinking about it. Considering it. Pondering it. Pontificating. Does he want to keep this mysterious card on top? Looks like Dan will keep it on top. I think that's a Null Drifter. And that'll be an Eldrazi temple. There's a talisman of some description and a pass back. Dominance, maybe? It's a red-green one. I forget what it's called. All right, there's Dan going to shock in a breeding pool. Engineer explosives on 2. And pass back to Matt. Matt going to take a draw step. Devour of Destiny's the drawn card. Misty Rainforest to the battlefield. 17. Fetching and a shocking. Gonna grab a breeding pool. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Alrighty. Mole Drifter, or Mole Drifter. Knoll Drifter. What a punny group of people. Wizards of Kosar. It's going to be Utopia Brawl. That it will. Gonna put it on the forest. Matt, considering what he wants to do, is gonna pass back for now. Has the Karn in hand. Dan gonna fetch and get a hedge maze. Dan's at 16. I'm sorry, Matt's at 16, Dan's at 17. Hole Drifter? Yeah, right. Hole Breacher. Yeah, Hole Breacher. That's the card you're thinking of. Bull Drifter. It could be a bull. All right, back to Matt. Here's a Karn. An offer you can't refuse. Gonna give Matt a couple of treasures. Gonna pop the talisman. Try and deny Matt as much mana as possible here heading into the mid to late game. Let's see what Dan's got. He's got a breach. He's gonna play the breach. Matt saying, well, let me see your graveyard. Looks like it'll resolve. There's a grinding station. All right. There's an engineered explosives. Grinding station, we've got a reader. We will bring that card up for you at home. There it is. You get to sacrifice an artifact. Target player puts the top 3 cards of their deck into the graveyard. Whenever an artifact comes into play, you may untap it. There is Pact Negation. Here's Engineered Explosives right back. And here we go. We're going to start doing the thing. Gonna sack. Gonna mill 3. Looking for Mox Opal. Alright, so EE's gonna enter. Gonna untap. Gonna sack. Gonna mill 3. Gonna replay EE, exiling these 3 cards, which will untap Grinding Station. And then we'll sacrifice it. We're gonna mill 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And we found the Mox Opal. So that means we're going to cast this. We're going to mill a bunch. We're going to do a bunch of things, and then we're going to cast Grape Shot as many times as it takes to kill you. Matt's going to make him play it out. I respect it. I respect it. Yeah, and he's explaining it. He nets a mana every single time, right? Okay, yeah, Matt's going to make him play it out. I don't hate it. So then we'll replay on tap. And then he can tap the Mox Opal for mana. He'll always have 3 cards in his graveyard. He's generating Storm off of this, of course. Mill 3. So this game is effectively over. Matt making play it out, though, which is his right. Yeah, Matt's going to say, okay. That's enough. That's enough. All right, so Dan going to go improve to 1-1 in this matchup, and we will have a game 3. So, wouldn't you know it, we have a game 3 in the finals. Kind of knew that was going to happen, right? Especially when Matt mulligans to 5. But yeah, typically in the finals, it'll almost always be a game 3. Unless it's just such a bad matchup. But usually whenever it's, something like this, pretty evenly matched. Obviously, both players pretty decent. We always knew it'd end up here. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. Again, ImpactGamingCenter.gg. I'm going to keep plugging it. What can I say? I'm a company man. ImpactGamingCenter.gg. Support a local business. Get some awesome paper, Magic cards. Check it out. The website's awesome, too. It's not like some Outlaw Mud Show website that barely works. It is a very nice website. Very easy user interface. Check it out. As these players start to shuffle up, looks like Dan is ready to roll. Let's get back down there. Hopefully Matt will be done shuffling soon, and we can see the conclusion to this match. Little cut. Alrighty, here we go. And we are off. Oh no, looks like Matt might not be keeping, shaking his head a little bit. I assume Matt is on the play. Again, I do not have them mic'd up tonight. Breeding Pool. Utopia Sprawl. Go. A Shock and a Stomping Ground. Oh, look at that. He gets 4 life. But that will definitely slow Matt down. Ugin's Lab. There's a Talisman. With the Null Drifter underneath it. All right, so it looks like Matt does have Karn next turn. It's going to be a Mishra's Bauble. It's going to be an Engineered Explosives. Which means we'll see the Mox Opal. Where's the Rumble in the Jungle? Gonna take the Grinding Station. Does Matt have a land? He does, it looks like. So we're gonna see Karn next turn. Yes, we are. That we are. Another one. So up to 26 goes Matt. And there is a Emrakul the Promised End. All right, fetch. Or forest. And here's 4 mana. Have a card. In response, we're going to pop the Mishra's Bauble. Makes sense. So Dan was going to have an opportunity to go off next turn. Seemingly not the case now. Matt going to grab the Stone Brain and going to pass. Draws off the Bauble, draws for turn. And Dan, I think, is going to tank here. Going to think long and hard about what he can do against this pesky Karn that kind of single-handedly won Matt game number 1. Is history about to repeat itself? I'm sure Matt has a lot more outs to it now in the sideboard games. Can he find them before it's too late? That remains to be seen. Shifting Woodland, Pintet Prism, and I forget what the other card was. Well, there's a World Breaker. That's pretty good. There's going to be Stone Brain. Pop Stone Brain. We're going to get to see what's in Dan's hand. Underworld Breach, I'm assuming. Oh, Grinding Station, yeah. Grinding Station, Shifting Woodland, Pintet Prism. So it's not Song. Is it not Breach? That's his Oracle, maybe. Oh, Grape Shot? Did Dan not bring Thassa's Oracle in? Oh boy. Well, that's exiled. Is there another way Dan can win? Chat. Can this deck win without Thassa's Oracle or Grape Shot? Could it like mill? Can you mill your opponent out with this deck? I assume in theory it's possible. Gonna bring back the Stone Brain. Matt's gonna start playing a little bit of Lantern Control. Just systematically getting rid of every single card in Dan's deck. Not from 23. Yeah, no wish in Dan's deck. It looks like, at least. I didn't see him. All right, we'll get some surveil action. Dan is at 17. Going to pontificate on whether he wants to keep that on top or not. He'll keep it. I'm not sure what the heck that card is, to be honest. That red card. If anybody knows what that red card that Dan just put in the graveyard is, let me know. Mind Collapse? Mine? So there's Mind Collapse. Okay, that makes sense. All right, well, as I was looking that card up, I believe Dan scooped. So I believe that Matt won this match, which would make him the winner of tonight's Modern FNM. So congrats to Matt doing it again. He won not too long ago. And that'll be that. So congrats, Matt. Heck of a run, Dan. Really cool deck. I really like it. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. Again, hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. Or if you're in the St. Louis area, come on out. We're located at 49 Ludwig Drive in the fabulous Fairview Heights, Illinois. Thank you all so much for joining us. Like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. I've been Les Alex. This, again, Impact Gaming Center. I wonder why Dan... Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's sweet, right? But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. And either in the next video or the next time we stream, I'll catch you all on the Flippy Flop. If you are watching on Twitch, make sure to follow. Consider subscribing. Get access to a bunch of emotes and be able to watch the stream as soon as we are no longer live. Give us some of those Bezos bucks if you are Twitch or if you are Amazon Prime members. You do get a free Twitch subscription every single month, and it would mean the world to us if we were that one. Anyways, thank you all so much. We appreciate you. Congrats to Matt on taking down tonight's Modern FNM. And until the next time I see ya, catch y'all on the Flippy Flop. Adios, everyone.